Hello, this is Aussie Stitcher coming to you on this Tuesday, the 14th of March. Oh my goodness, March. Oh my goodness, that just freaks me out more than probably it should. Again, recording when I've only got Will around. The other girls came home and they realised I was uploading a video and they were not impressed. And I was going to do one over the weekend, so if they wanted to, they could come and say hello. But we ended up with a full-on weekend. We had the WA election, Western Australia election on Saturday. And so had to drive into town because we live on a farm and vote, and took the kids to the pool. And by the time we got home, we ended up grabbing fish and chips on the way home so that I did not have to cook because I didn't want to. And Sunday was, after being away 3 days in a row, I just didn't want to do anything. Basically stitched the whole day, which is really, really rare. Quick update on what's been happening. Last Thursday I drove to Perth, which is a 5-hour drive. I left here at 4:30 in the morning. I had to take Iona to Princess Margaret Hospital for her eye specialist for her Graves' disease. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know if anyone else has issues, but when you go to Princess Margaret Hospital and you have an appointment, there are signs everywhere saying that you could have a 2 to 3 hour wait. So my phone was fully charged. We had an iPad with us that was fully charged. I brought my cross stitching, I brought a couple of books, brought some toys for Will, rocked up to the usually overfull waiting room. There was only one other person there. We were in and out in 20 minutes. It's just unheard of. I was, instead of being home closer to 8 o'clock at night after driving, from Perth back home, I was home by 5 p.m. It was amazing. It was awesome. But when she got the all clear and she doesn't have to go back now for roughly 9 months, which is awesome. Then get up Friday, drive the kids into town for their swimming sports carnival. Only Sophie and Iona does it. Michaela doesn't do the swimming yet. And Sophie got champion girl for year 5. And just to be all fair and above board, there were 3 girls competing in Sophie's year. It's a small school, small classrooms, and half the time there actually are, I think, 5 girls in her year this year, but only 3 turned up to the actual competition, carnival. Sophie got first in freestyle, second in breaststroke, and just got first place in her backstroke. So that was a thing. Iona got runner-up champion girl for year 3. That was a real shock. Again, only 3 kids competed. She got a 3rd in freestyle, a 2nd in breaststroke, which is just phenomenal for her, and a 3rd in backstroke, but only just a 3rd. Like, it was close. So that was really exciting and brought up Iona's confidence. And yeah, it's the little things to help Iona along, because with the Graves' disease and dyslexia and everything else, it's nice when you get little wins like that. And just generally being busy. But I think I've actually found a rotation that works for me. And it's kind of, you might say, along the lines of what Jessie Marie does. Side note, got such a fangirl moment when Jessie Marie mentioned something about what I said on one of my Flosstubes, which means she actually watches my videos. I get a fangirl moment when things like that happen. There's quite a few of yous when you leave a comment and I've gone, oh, I can't believe, like Stephanie from also Miss Crafty, and when Jill from A Stitch in Time and A Stitch Too Far, and whole have other very popular floss tubers leave a comment. You're like, oh, you watched it. So shocked. Yeah. Side note from that, going from the fangirl comment, Petunia, Stitching Petunia on her group, the Stitching Station, put up, what do you watch while stitching? And I'm sat there and I'm typing away, like I watch Midsummer Murders, I watch the Grimm, I watch Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, Doctor Who, MASH, and I'm listing off all these things, and I'm like, and after I place, you know, sent it, I'm kind of looking at going, and then as I reread that back to me, I wrote, I didn't realise I was such a geek. Until I read that back and going, oh my goodness, 90% of that was science fiction / fantasy, which I've always known, but to actually read it, I was like, yep, I'm a geek. Now onto stitching. I don't actually have a lot to show. I've grabbed some other stuff just to show at the end if there's time, if I, you know, haven't rambled on for like 6 minutes. Now, just to make up a bit of extra so it's not like 15-minute thing. I've only worked on 2 projects because my rotation seems to be I work on something from Monday to Friday afternoon, and then I switch it out from Friday afternoon till Sunday and then do it. And that's been working, and it's been a lot more enjoyable. I've been happy. So during the week I work on this, and this is what started the rotation, is the fact that I can't stitch this when Iona's around because it's for her.
Iona.
Yeah, it's for Iona. Do you want to come up?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I got quite a lot done. It was roughly here 2 weeks ago. So I've got all up here done, coloured it in. I've just got these bits here, here. Don't move my stuff here. And I just noticed, nope, it's over here, here. I hadn't stitched. And this is using all the Crescent, classic Colourworks, Crescent colours, whatever. Will. Oh, thank you, honey. You're being very helpful as people go really unnecessary close-up of my chin. This was supposed to be done by tomorrow so I could get it framed and give it to her for her birthday in 2 weeks. It ain't gonna happen. And I'm not giving it to her unframed. That's my choice. That's what I wanted. So close, but it is what it is. I didn't have a lot of stitching days. I had, as I said, 3 days where I basically wasn't home and I was tired and... Will. You're welcome. Right. And the other project I worked on the weekend is the Joan Elliott Fairy. Yeah, no more helping. And I got half a page completed. And the half a page is roughly there across. So obviously I stitched this before, but I finished this bit, done all through here, backstitched all those dandelions, did the little ladybugs. So bar the beading, this is half a page done. So my goal is, once I've finished, try not to get people to see of my neck again. This will become my during the week project, so I can get it done, because as Stitch in Time says, I can smell the finish and I want this done. I've enjoyed it so much, I just want to see it done. It's stitched on 16 count Ada in blue I got from Picture This Plus. Hello. You gonna say hello, William? And your grotty little face. Again, I don't think people need to see the grotty. I did clean that.
Yeah.
We've had the air cons going constantly, so he's developed an asthmatic kind of cold. No more, because I've got stuff to show. Okay, so that's it for my whips.
Bye.
Yeah, so the ladybird fairy will come during the week. Sorry, completely forgot because I realized what I was saying. And then on the weekends will become just my rotation of doing something different every weekend. Once my ladybird is finished, I will have a set one probably for the weekend. No, that was the Williams. Yeah, as you're trying to click, stocking will become during the week until that's finished because that's a must to be done this year. And then the weekends will just continue being a different thing each weekend, which means I can get to my Heaven and Earth design Outback Storm, which I want to stitch on, and a couple of other things that I have and want to stitch on but haven't got there yet. Now, for haul, I got some birthday money and I sold a whole heap of stuff. So I bought stuff that I needed. I got a 11 by 17, whatever it is, Q-snap from Colour Cascades. I got a Q-snap colour from Colour Cascades, which actually this is quite a nice one. I only have one Q-snap for each one. I'm thinking, oh, Will, don't do that. Don't touch. Yeah, I know you're sorry. Now I've got to get it back just right. I don't think it's going to. Alright, we'll put... And we're back. Yeah, I don't have a stand for my iPad. It's just against something, and because he tapped it, it fell over. It was just easier to stop it and redo it so you don't get more close-ups of my chin. Right. I also got a tacky bob. It can come in pretty colours though, like I see other people. All tacky, ready to do some serious beading that's coming up. I got my fabric of the month. No, I didn't. I got, I won a fabric when Tammy from Colour Cascades has her seconds. You put your name down for all the ones that you want, and then she does a random draw. And I got 28 count Jobelan on 26 times 36 of Avalon. Oh, I can see why it was a second. There's a bit of purple there, but I actually don't care. I think that looks awesome, and I think I might actually have 90 for this. Have to think about it. And then I did a 1, 2, 3 stitch order with the money that I used from my play with my hair sales from my old stash. I got the Old MacDonald Farm to do for Will. And then I got Lady of the Rose from Joan Elliott. Ice Princess. And the Sweet Christmas Fairy. I really want the Sleeping Beauty from Joan Elliott. It was out of stock when I was doing the ordering. It's back in stock, but I'm not doing an order, so it has to wait until next time. And I also got, because if you're in Australia, you make sure that package is filled to the brim to make it worthwhile. I got the water lilies for Miss Christmas Eve, stable, cardinal, grape and African violet. Actually that looks better. And the Krynic for those three Joan Elliott's 094. Beautiful colour. A gold 028 and 102, and they're all in the 4 braid. That's not silver, that's a goldy colour. And I won't go through them because it's just painful. And the beads to go with those Joan Elliott's as well. And my Stitchy box arrived, my January, February subscription. Still waiting for my birthday one. I just want to do a big hey to Stitchy box lady, which I don't know the name of. She's been awesome. She's actually going to resend out my birthday one because it was sent out like 6 weeks ago. Probably longer. Haven't received it. From her tracking, it hasn't even left America yet. It's just gone, completely gone. She has been so awesome, onto it, helpful. Can't say enough. If you're in Australia and you're thinking, you know, ordering something from the Stitchy box, I can't comment enough on how awesome she is. So I got my very first ever Hand by Stephanie fabric, and it's in the 28 Lagana Forest Bloom, and I just love this. I wouldn't mind one day getting a bigger piece of this if possible, and doing either a mirror or Joan Elliott. I can see even the reader, Joan Elliott reader that I've got. Awesome. Also got some backing. Do some backing and some mother of pearl and a crystal. He's playing with his drum D tractor, itchy knees. And then I got the limited edition Ship's Manor. Beautiful colours. Magenta Art Green with Envy. Fiberlicious Scarlet. It's actually darker than what's showing up. The Ken Brick Silk, which is more cream, and the Dinky Dyes Mango Tango, and that's it, which is enough considering. So the last couple of quick little bits that I will show is I'm very lucky enough to come from a very talented, crafty family, and my mum did a whole heap of hard danger embroidery. So I'm going to show just a couple of the pieces off. Hopefully I'm not showing, no, that's the back. That's just a little coffee table one. And my favourites. Not showing you the back. Can't really tell. And this is folded in half, a bigger one. Isn't it just? Now my mum did these in her 60s, like she started this in her 60s. Late 50s, 60s. Just gorgeous. And the last thing I want to show you is what I used to do before I fell pregnant with Will and got back into cross stitching. I did a lot of scrapbooking. I was lucky enough to be published in a couple of Australian magazines, on a couple of design teams before. Do you want to come up? And then I fell pregnant with Will, and I was really tired, and I needed something that I could do with the kids around and not isolate me in a room. So just thought I'd show you a couple of my favourites. Yeah, Iona and Sophie, when Sophie started PP, I think. Is that your sisters?
No.
Yeah, and Mummy?
No. No.
Love Blues.
No.
This is one I did for a design team for A to Z scraplets. This is not my favourite, but it shows our wedding picture. My mum made my wedding dress, and I'm not a dress person, so I was never going to wear, you know, big flowery thing. Husband's from Scotland, so he wore his kilt. This was also a scraplets design. The Magic Christmas dress, again scraplets. Sophie, Iona, Michaela, wearing the same handmade dress that one of Jeff's great aunts sent over. And last of all, but not least, us girls. And that's it. Bit of this, a bit of that. Hopefully I haven't been too boring. Sorry about the close-up. Sure you didn't want to see that. Couple of shout outs if you've made it this far. Didn't write any down, but the Kiwiflowa, I think it is. Sorry, got a message. Yeah, the Kiwiflowa, I think it is. I'll put the link down below. She's just finished off 2 amazing mirrors. One's out of print, and one's got the 2 mermaids. I never wanted to do the mermaid, those particular mermaids, until I saw her finished, and then I was like, I want to do it. Looks stunning. She also shows her finished Persephone that she did a while ago. Stunning. Worth going back and watching all of her videos if you haven't already. A Stitch Too Far, which I've already mentioned earlier. Really enjoy listening about her Dutch heritage. If you get this far, when you're saying you had 28 candidates, I think at the general election we had last year, there was 80 people that we had the choice of voting for. We have our parties, and we have the Sex Party, the Greens Party, the Labour, the Liberal, the Nationals, we've got the One Nation, we had the Clive, whatever his name is, party. We've got the Marijuana Party, we've got the Shooters, Fishery and Farming Party, we've got the Motor Enthusiast Party, yeah, and then we had a whole heap, and there's a lot more parties, that's just the 10 that stuck in my mind, and then we have a whole heap of independents that you can vote for, so crazy system. It's been interesting. I love your stitching. Just, yeah, it's so beautiful. Who else have I been watching that I've just... The left-handed stitcher. I can't think... It's either Tricia or Teresa. Tricia, I think it is. You did a 2-hour-ish one. You got me through the back stitch on Ladybird Fairy. It was enjoyable to watch. I love seeing all your stitching. It was just awesome. Yeah, really enjoyed it. Okay, that's me done. Sorry for the jadunted. Was not even going to start this again and redo it. Just don't have the time to do it, and if I don't do it today and start uploading it, it's not going to get done. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I think I'm up to nearly like 690, pushing 700, which is about 400 more than I thought I would ever get. 400 to 500 more than I thought I would ever get. So I'm really beyond happy with that. Have an awesome day wherever you are, and I hope you get some stitching done. See ya.